Hey folks, so I want to go through a review here to talk about the surface area of a rectangular prism, a triangular prism, and a cylinder. So the first one we have at the top is our rectangular prism. And we have dimensions that are 8 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and 6 centimeters. All you have to do to find the surface area of a cylinder, and if you go to the form, you can actually see I give you the formula for this. It's 2 times length times the width plus 2 times the width times the height plus 2 times the length times the height. And the best part about a rectangular prism, it doesn't make a difference if you call the 8, the 10, or the 6 the length, the width, or the height. It's completely irrelevant. So all you have to do, if you want to find this, is we'll say 2 times 6 times 8. So I use the 8 and the 6 combination. We'll say 2 times 10 times 8. I use the 8 and the 10 combination. The only combination I haven't yet used is 10 and 6. So I'll get that in there. 2 times 6 times 8, 96. 2 times 10 times 8, 160. 2 times 10 times 6 is 120. Then I'm going to add those numbers all together. That's going to give me 376, since it is surface area, centimeters to the second power. What you've basically done is you found, if I were to paint this cube all the way around, this rectangular prism, I were to paint the faces of it, that is how much I would be painting. That's the distance, the area around the outside of it. Now my triangular prism. Well, to find my triangular prism, all I have to do is area of the base. Remember, it's a triangular prism. So the base are the triangles. Look for your right angle. That triangle base is a 3 by 4 at the right angle, the height and the width. That 5 is the hypotenuse. That's not going to help us right now. So to find the area of the base, it's going to be 1/2 times 3 times 4. So the area of the base is 6. We also need the perimeter of the base. Okay, so this is my base area. The perimeter of the base is just adding the sides together. So 5 plus 3 plus 4 is the perimeter of the base. The formula says 2 times the area of the base plus the perimeter of the base, which we just found, times the height of the prism. To find the height of the prism, ask yourself, what number haven't I used yet? That right there is the height of my prism. The height is also the distance between the two triangles. So if I was to stand this up and put one triangle on bottom and one triangle on top, it would be 8 meters off the ground. So now I do 2 times the area of the base, which is 6. The perimeter, 5 plus 3 plus 4 is 12. Times the height, which is 8. 12 plus 96. This ends up being 108 meters squared as my surface area. And that's for a triangular prism. A cylinder, kind of similar to the triangular prism. It's going to use this exact same formula right here. We need to find the area of the base. Well, the base is the circle. Every time you talk about a cylinder, the base is the circle. To find the area of a circle, it's pi times radius squared. Remember, this is not the radius. That's the diameter. If the diameter is 12, the radius must be 6. So to find the area of my base, I'm going to do pi times 6 squared. Keep in mind, you're cutting that in half. You're cutting that 12 in half. So the area of my base is 113.1. That's the area of my base. Well, now, according to the formula, I need the perimeter. Well, the perimeter of a circle is a circumference. To find the circumference, it's 2 pi r. So the circumference of my base is going to be 2 times pi times my radius, which we just said is 6. When I put that in the calculator, I get a circumference of 37.7. So now I go back to the formula. The formula says 2 times the area of the base, which we found to be 113.1, plus the perimeter, or circumference in this case, 37.7, times the height. Well, which number haven't we used yet? We haven't used the 11. Because if I were to stack this where one circle was on bottom and one circle was on top, they would be exactly 11 apart. If I were to add all these together, so 2 times 113.1 plus 37.7 times 11, put this all in the calculator, I'm going to end up with a surface area of 640.9 meters squared. You have 4 examples to work on. You're going to have one rectangular prism, one triangular prism, and you're going to have 2 cylinders, one in which the radius is given, one in which the diameter is given. If you have questions, please reach out.